Hello and welcome to another episode of Deco's Digital Marketing Deep Dive in 5. I'm getting good at that name now, Deco. This is a show where, of course, I challenge my fellow colleague Deco to tell us the digital marketing news in only 5 minutes. It will be on my phone and a really cringy alarm will go off at the end if he doesn't manage to do it in time. So please do it in time, Deco, because I can't bear the embarrassment today. It's currently 28 degrees and the humidity in my room currently is 56%. Deco, how are you before we start?
No cooler than you are, mate. No cooler than you are at all. I was just wiping off the sweat from my forehead before we got on.
Well, it's about to get hotter in here, Deco, because you're going to have to get through this digital marketing news in only 5 minutes. So without further ado, 3, 2, 1, off you go.
Okay, so we've got news from Google, from Microsoft, and LinkedIn as well today, which is good. It's good to see LinkedIn catching up with the other guys. So for Google, what they have got is a new Zapier integration. So a lot of people use Zapier as a third-party platform to integrate lots of different platforms that they're using, email, everything like that. And what Google have got is a kind of an updated, newer version of this. That means there's no need to manually upload, sort, or remove contacts from customer match lists. So when you get a customer list, maybe through emails, maybe through a CRM system, you can then upload them to Google, and then you've got a list that you can remarket to. With this new type of integration, if that list uploads in your CRM system, it will automatically upload in Google, which is great. It saves us a lot of time. So it will update all of their kind of contact details. And what Google have next on the list is, so they've got a lot to do with app campaigns, which is fantastic. App campaigns are thoroughly underused. We need to start using them more. Everyone else does as well. They're great. So app campaign, the app that they've got is basically reducing the amount of time you need to put into creative. So they've actually reduced the amount of dimensions that you could have in these apps. So you don't have to create 2,500 different types of ad to smooth out this process. And also what they're allowing is you to increase the file size. You can have higher res images. They can appear better on screen, which is ideal as well, because quality does mean quality in terms of traffic as well. So what you probably want to be doing is checking and changing this ASAP, as there's going to come a date when they basically say no to all those different dimensions. So if you've got them uploaded, they'll be taken down. They'll be automatically removed by Google. So if there's anything you do as an action of that, check what your dimensions are, make sure you're updating them to the new dimensions. In addition, they've added bidding by maximize conversions to app campaigns. So this is a pretty standard thing for search campaigns, display campaigns, even shopping as well. It's nothing particularly new and exciting to the Google platform, but it is basically catching those app campaigns up with the other types of search and display and shopping campaigns. So they'll hopefully one day be on a similar level in terms of their automation. Again, this is just another way of making sure there's less for us to do and more reliance on Google's data. And the last thing Google have done is update their performance planner with new features. So there's now shared budget support, more shared budget support, and the planner you can now share with decision makers, which is a fantastic idea. I think a lot of people, there's new news around kind of data scientists becoming more data analysts and data strategists. And so they're having more contact now with decision makers because they're the people with the data. So being able to share plans directly from these platforms with decision makers is going to smooth out that process a lot more, I think. It's going to make company org charts change slightly in terms of that data set. And the last point on this, on the performance planner, is there's now conversion delays taken into contact. So if you have, let's say, a 3-day delay in a click to a conversion, it's now taking that into account in the planner, which is great. Microsoft, I gave an update a while ago that they were going to extend shopping campaigns to new countries in the EU. They have now officially done that. They've now done that. Okay, we're getting close to time. So this is now available in Austria, Belgium, Italy, Netherlands, Spain, Sweden, Switzerland, in addition to the ones it was already in, which are United States, United Kingdom, Australia, Canada, France, Germany, and India. LinkedIn, their big update is direct sponsored content. So what this is usually sponsored content, you have to have a post and then put budget behind it. With direct sponsored content, you don't have to have a post. You can create something organic that doesn't appear on your feed. Stop that time right now.
Wow. 21 seconds remaining. DK, you've beaten last week. I think I'm pretty certain by yet again. And I mean, it seems to be you're kind of gaining 3 seconds, which is great because, of course, at Fountain we're data driven, trying to forecast forwards, and you're always trying to beat the time, which is what we want to do. Always trying to improve results. DK, thank you very much for updating us on the digital marketing news. Really appreciate your time as always. Have you got a busy day ahead, sir?
Sorry, what was that?
Have you got a busy day ahead, sir?
Of course. When do we not?
Good man. Good man. Well, I really appreciate your time, and that's great. And thank you to everyone that's watching and will watch as well. I really appreciate it. If you've got any questions for Deco, just ping them in the comments below. If you're watching on LinkedIn, YouTube, Facebook, and if you're watching on Twitter, feel free to give us a tweet. We are at Fountain Team. Oh yeah, Deco Twit as well. Give him a follow. Thanks, guys. Really appreciate the time. Have a nice